Well, howdy, Smite fans. It's J-Mac here. Week 3 of Phase 3 of the SPL is now under wraps, and we had some pretty good matchups this week, but also probably a lot of expected turnouts as well. Well, let's take a look back and see what all happened in this week's episode of the SPL Weekly Recap. Well, our week started out with the Oni Warriors up against the Valhalla Valkyries. The Warriors opened up with a fast-paced Game 1 in order to also quickly close out that game. And then we had a bit of a long-winded second game. Kill lead favoring the Valks, but objective and map play to the Warriors. And it's the Oni Warriors who were able to round it out and take the set 2-0. And then, next up, we had the Atlantis Leviathans against the Solar Scarabs. Game 1 was a bloody one, as the Scarabs coach had to step in to sub for the solo lane, and the Leviathans showed no mercy. Game number 2 was the Shinto Showcase, as he led the charge for his team to dominate and found a 2-0 win over the Solar Scarabs. Well, Saturday opened up with the Jade Dragons against the Valhalla Valkyries. While the Valks stayed even with the Dragons early on, the Dragons' post-20-minute team fighting was superior to that of the Valks. A few objectives and a couple of key picks netted the Dragons a 2-0 over the Valkyries. And after that matchup, we had the Tartarus Titans against the Camelot Kings. Game 1 was a low kill count but slow bleed game by the Kings. Game 2, much more action-packed but still a bit slower paced. Both games off the back of AMC picked up by BMT in order to find a couple of clutch picks, and the Camelot Kings rolled out a 2-0 win for themselves. Triple header Sunday kicked off with the Olympus Bolts against the Jade Dragons. I wish I had a lot more to say about this set, but these were completely one-sided beatdowns by the Jade Dragons, as in just 22 and 20 minutes respectively, the two games flew by and the Dragons found a 2-0 over the Olympus Bolts. Set 2 was the Solar Scarabs against the Oni Warriors. Game number 1 was a tight-knit 30-minute slog between both squads, but it all fell apart when the Scarabs didn't commit to split pushing or a fire giant defense. And with it, the Warriors were able to take Game 1. Then in Game 2, it was a much cleaner sweep for the Warriors, and they were able to snag the set away with a 2-0 victory. And then to close out week number 3, it was the Atlantis Leviathans up against the Camelot Kings. It was a close Game 1, until one fight around the fire giant about 20 minutes in broke the gate wide open for the Atlantis Leviathans. Shinto ended the game with 13-1 on Vulcan and led to an early set lead. Game number 2, the two teams traded blows. The Camelot Kings repelling the Leviathans at multiple stages and sieges, but one fight at 31 minutes for the Leviathans in the jungle cracked the defense of the Kings, and it's the Leviathans who take the set 2-0. And there you have it. With week number 3 done, we actually get a nice little shift up in the standings. The Leviathans not only in the top 4, but actually sitting at 3rd place right now. But it's the Jade Dragons who still remain at the top of the standings. Can anybody take the Dragons down a peg, or are they going to lead as we move into our second half of the phase immediately after? Week number 4 is right around the corner, so make sure that you catch up on week 3 by going over to our YouTube channel, SMITEPod, catch our behind-the-scenes content over on SMITEPro, or watch week number 4 live right now over on our Twitch channel at twitch.tv/SmiteGame.